Hello, viewers. It's great to have you here again. Today, we're exploring a thought-provoking topic that has sparked conversations and debates. Will India become a Hindu Rashtra? This exploration is organized into three distinct sections, reflecting the intricate and profound nature of this subject. So let's dive right into exploring the rich history, current state, and future possibilities of India's cultural and political landscape. The idea of a Hindu Rashtra, or Hindu nation, goes beyond being just a concept. It has been a subject of intense debate, celebration, and criticism among different sections of society in India. Deeply ingrained in the ideology of Hindutva, this concept aims to redefine the identity of the Indian state, placing Hindu values, culture, and religion at its heart. Contrary to a basic desire for power, those who support a Hindu Rashtra propose a governing system that is deeply rooted in what they believe to be the essence of Hinduism. Supporters argue that this vision aims to reconnect India with its ancient cultural roots, fostering a stronger and unified national identity that has been affected by colonial and post-colonial influences. The concept of Hindu Rashtra has its roots in the early 20th century, with influential figures like Vinayak Damodar Savarkar and later Madhav Sadashiv Golwalkar shaping Hindutva as more than just a religious identity, but also as a cultural and nationalistic one. Based on this ideology, India's essence is believed to be inherently Hindu, considering its historical background, civilization, and majority population. Supporters claim that a Hindu Rashtra would address past injustices and restore a cultural legacy that has been disrupted by invasions and colonial rule. In a society influenced by Hindu philosophy, governance would be deeply rooted in the principles of moral law, action, and liberation. This suggests a state where political and legal frameworks are aligned with what are considered universal principles rooted in Hinduism, rather than implying a theocracy. Take, for instance, the idea of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world is one family, which can serve as a source of inspiration for policies focused on social welfare and global harmony. Similarly, Dharma can provide guidance for legal and administrative frameworks to uphold justice and righteousness. There could be a notable change in the field of education, with a potential redesign of curricula to give more importance to Hindu scriptures, philosophy, and history, highlighting their significance as a crucial part of India's national heritage. Sanskrit could experience a resurgence as an important tool for accessing ancient knowledge and texts, leading to a stronger connection with India's rich history. Cultural norms and national policies may be shaped by Hindu values, potentially impacting various aspects of society, such as dietary guidelines and the recognition of Hindu festivals as significant national events. There is potential for a resurgence of Hindu themes in the arts, literature, and media, which could help foster a stronger sense of cultural identity and pride among the people. This proposed change presents a stark contrast to India's current secular framework, which is founded on the principle of Sarvadharma Sambhava, equality of all religions. The current constitutional setup emphasizes the importance of equal treatment under the law, regardless of an individual's religious beliefs. It strives to maintain a harmonious coexistence among India's diverse religious communities. Opponents of the Hindu Rashtra concept express concerns about its potential impact on the secular nature of India, suggesting that it may lead to the marginalization of non-Hindu minorities and a shift in the fundamental principles of the Indian Republic. The potential implications of India's transformation into a Hindu Rashtra are far-reaching, affecting various aspects of society, law, and culture. These changes have the potential to completely transform the nation, affecting every aspect of life for both individuals and society as a whole. The potential consequences of transitioning to a Hindu Rashtra are far-reaching and varied. Supporters of the idea claim that it would foster a sense of unity within society by promoting a shared cultural and religious identity. They imagine a country where Hindu values and practices are deeply ingrained in everyday life, possibly resulting in a stronger sense of national identity and purpose. Nevertheless, There are valid concerns regarding the inclusion of India's diverse religious and cultural minorities in this vision. Skeptics worry that placing too much emphasis on Hindu identity could potentially marginalize certain communities and ignite social tensions, as the inclusive spirit that has traditionally defined Indian society gives way to a more uniform cultural narrative. In a nation where diversity has long been celebrated and cherished, the shift towards a Hindu Rashtra could potentially create rifts among communities that have historically lived harmoniously under a secular government. This new national identity may not fully acknowledge and appreciate the existence of these communities, leading to potential divisions. For a shift towards a Hindu Rashtra, significant legal and constitutional reforms would be required. The Indian Constitution, given its focus on secularism and non-discrimination, may undergo substantial revisions. One of the important aspects to consider would be modifications to the provisions that ensure religious freedom and equal treatment under the law, regardless of a person's religious affiliation. Possible changes in legislation could align with Hindu ethical and moral principles, potentially impacting various aspects of life, such as marriage, inheritance, dietary practices, and attire. While some people may argue that these changes are just a way to bring the legal system in line with the dominant religious culture, others caution about the potential risks to personal freedoms and the rights of minority communities. In addition, the potential adoption of a uniform civil code, which would replace personal laws that are specific to different religious communities with a single set of laws for all citizens, continues to be a highly debated topic. Although some may view it as a move towards legal consistency, there may be concerns about fairness and equality when considering its interpretation and implementation within a Hindu Rashtra framework. A Hindu Rashtra could potentially bring about significant changes in the cultural and educational landscape of India. It is worth considering a potential redesign of the national curriculum to give more importance to Hindu philosophy, scriptures, history, and values. This would help instill a strong sense of connection to the rich Hindu heritage in future generations. Expanding the scope of educational reform to include the promotion of Sanskrit as a language of immense cultural and historical value could pave the way for a resurgence of ancient Hindu literature, arts, and sciences. While the emphasis on Hindu culture may bring about a revival of traditional practices and knowledge systems, it also prompts concerns about the inclusivity of India's educational system. Understanding the concept of a Hindu Rashtra requires careful consideration and sensitivity. Both supporters and detractors present persuasive arguments that warrant further examination, particularly as they reflect the hopes and concerns of a country at a pivotal moment. Supporters of a Hindu Rashtra envision a cultural revival where the philosophies, traditions, and values that have long been fundamental to Hindu civilization regain prominence. This resurgence goes beyond mere revivalism. It is viewed as a means to cultivate a stronger, more cohesive sense of national identity. The proponents assert that a society rooted in its timeless cultural and spiritual heritage can foster a deep sense of belonging and pride that goes beyond the individual. This shared legacy and collective memory strengthens the fabric of the nation. An important element of the Hindu Rashtra narrative is the focus on rediscovering India's rich heritage in the fields of arts, science, and spirituality. The golden ages of Hindu civilization, characterized by remarkable progress in mathematics, astronomy, literature, and philosophy, serve as a testament to a profound cultural legacy that can ignite the imagination of generations to come. This perspective emphasizes the importance of recognizing and appreciating these accomplishments, incorporating them into our collective identity as a nation to inspire and instill a sense of pride. Nevertheless, there are important concerns regarding the integration of India's rich tapestry of religions and cultures within a Hindu Rashtra. India's identity as a secular, pluralistic society is deeply ingrained in the lives of its citizens, where diverse faiths and traditions have peacefully coexisted and mutually influenced one another for centuries. Concerns are raised by critics of the Hindu Rashtra concept regarding the potential marginalization of religious and cultural minorities. There is concern that giving preference to a specific religious identity could potentially reduce the diversity of the country and create a sense of exclusion and inferiority among individuals who do not identify as part of that particular religion. This concern is valid, as throughout history, the power imbalance between different groups has often resulted in the oppression of certain individuals or communities. The principle of inclusivity lies at the core of the debate, serving as a fundamental pillar of democratic societies. The power of India, as expressed by its critics, lies in its remarkable capacity to not only accept but also embrace and rejoice in its rich diversity. The inclusivity in India goes beyond just religious tolerance. It embraces a wide range of linguistic, cultural, and regional identities, making it a remarkable example of unity in diversity. In the current landscape of India, it is crucial to discuss the concept of a Hindu Rashtra and its compatibility with pluralism and democracy. It's a conversation that belongs to everyone, encouraging each person to participate, to listen, and to develop together. Thank you for joining us for this exciting adventure. If you have any thoughts, questions, or reflections after watching this video, feel free to share them in the comments section. Your contribution is an essential element of this ongoing dialogue. If you enjoyed this exploration of India's diverse culture and heritage, make sure to show your support by liking and subscribing. Stay tuned for more thought-provoking videos that explore important topics that impact our world.